and you do not want to be behind us in line, because it's serious.
The self-proclaimed Target bandit Jennifer Hudson is here, and we've got the stories that define the week on People in 10. I'm Andrea Belke, bringing you everything you need to know about pop culture right now. We've got 10 minutes, so let's dive right in with the first 5. Starting with the posts you've been loving this week. Phones were out and recording in Dusseldorf as Prince Harry and Meghan Markle began the one-year countdown to 2023's Invictus Games.
Our philosophy is about filling stadiums and arenas with spectacle.
They even stopped to snap selfies with their German fans. This after they swung by England, where Meghan gave the keynote speech at the One Young World Summit.
It is very nice to be back in the UK.
Across the pond, Jason Momoa is rocking a new look for a good cause.
Do it for single-use plastics. I'm tired of these plastic bottles. We gotta stop.
And Courteney Cox is taking a diss from Kanye West in stride.
How could you be so heartless?
Shake it off. Gabrielle Union and her mini-me Kavya are finding some silliness amid California's historic heat wave. And you may have heard that corn is having a moment. That's all because of 7-year-old Tariq, also known as the Corn Kid, who this week became the official Corn Ambassador of South Dakota. Congratulations. But the biggest story on the internet this week was definitely the Venice Film Festival. From the glitz and glam to the alleged drama and tension.
Despite the film's mixed reviews, the Don't Worry Darling cast was the talk of the floating city.
What do you mean?
While there were playful moments, there were also some pretty dramatic headlines.
Before Venice, there were reports of a falling out between Florence Pugh and the director Olivia Wilde, but we did spy on them clapping for each other at the film's premiere.
And as millions of likes roll in for this premiere moment of Harry Styles locking lips with co-star Nick Kroll, some are speculating that Chris Pine also encountered Harry's spit.
I'm curious to hear where she's going with this.
Some people think this viral clip shows Harry spitting on Chris as he takes his seat at the premiere.
But Pine's team is setting the record straight.
Chris's rep tells people in an exclusive statement that Spitgate was a, quote, complete fabrication and a blatant attempt to create drama. According to the rep, there is nothing but respect between the actors.
But if there's any real drama, the internet already knows exactly who to call. Today, we're wrapping up our series celebrating this year's talented Emmy nominees.
Having the experience of sharing the category with 4 of my cast members who I love and respect so much, it was just like really magical.
Most people admire people who achieve things.
Connie Britton is now a 5-time Emmy nominee after The White Lotus.
Which is like unbelievable, can't believe it.
While Ted Lasso's Nick Mohammed is reflecting on his character's troubled soul.
You know, bullied for a lot of his life and put upon, finally gets that confidence boost. It's absolutely turned sour.
You made me feel like I was the most important person in the whole world. And then you abandoned me.
And Nick's performance has garnered more than just Emmy praise.
Lin-Manuel Miranda sent me a direct message on Twitter, and I was like, oh my goodness, because like the whole family are big like Hamilton fans. I mean everything, you know, everything he's done really. That was like the best thing.
And with the 74th Emmy Awards just days away, what better way to watch television's biggest night than with the perfect cocktail? Here's a recipe you'll want to try. Brought to you by Kettle One Family Made Vodka. The Waking Dream has only a handful of ingredients. First, make a tea syrup. Mix 1 cup of sugar with 1 cup of water, then heat on low and stir. Then add the tea bags and let it infuse for 15 minutes. But don't let it come to a boil. Once cooled and strained, add a little orange zest for a citrus kick. In a cocktail shaker, combine Kettle One vodka, cold brew concentrate, that yummy tea syrup, a few drops of salt water for balance, and a dash of aromatic bitters. Don't judge my dash skills. Then shake it all up with ice. Have some big ice cubes in there. Pour into a martini glass. That looks really good. And finally, grate a little chocolate on top. Just for some added sweetness. You know what? We're gonna add a little orange zest too. Perfect. This looks so good. Cheers. Make sure to tune in to People and Entertainment Weekly's Red Carpet Live at the Emmy Awards on Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern. So we have our award show drink. Now, what about food? This week's People cover star, Guy Fieri, knows a little about that. He's one of the highest paid chefs in the world, but he still makes time for what's most important.
Probably my biggest interest these days is taking the light that's being shined on me and diverting it and giving it to other people and saying, look at what we can do.
He tells people he's not the guy everyone thinks he is. Behind his over-the-top style, he's a family man devoted to giving back.
I don't do it for anybody. I'm not doing it to prove anybody. I go to the beat of my own drum. Always have been, you gotta be confident in yourself. You gotta believe in yourself. That's how my parents raised me. That's how I raised my kids. I'm happy that people see it. I wanna make a positive impact. I wanna be, when it's all over, I just hope people look at it and say, Guy was good for mankind. Guy helped.
Now, let's move on to some screen time. I'm so excited to be joined now by Jennifer Hudson. Her new daytime talk show, The Jennifer Hudson Show, premieres on September 12th.
So let's come together to laugh out loud, to share some hope and joy.
I'm gonna ask you 5 questions. For question number 1, you have to give me 1 answer. For question number 2, you have to give me 2 answers, and so on. Let's get started. First up, fans have been part of your journey since the beginning, almost 20 years. You're such an accomplished actor, singer, and producer. What is one piece of advice that you would give your younger self, knowing what you've achieved today?
If you keep at your dreams, it has no choice but to give in. That's what I would say.
To be able to accomplish everything you have, was that something that you felt early on when you were starting out, or did that have to grow?
When it came to the music, yes. Like, I always knew I wanted to be famous and be a singer, but everything else has been like a bonus. Someone once told me, your acting is a reward for using your gift of singing. And then it snowballed into other things that I didn't see coming. And I ended up winning an Oscar before I won a Grammy. And it's like, huh? I'm grateful for it all. So I can't say that I saw it all coming, but it's all still a passion of mine, and it's all from the heart.
And you said that you hope your fans discover their superpower by the time they leave your show. So what is one superpower that you discovered you have while hosting this show?
I get fueled by other people's energy. I may be like, oh, I'm tired today, but soon as someone come with some energy, I'm like, oh baby, I'm awake. What's happening? What are we talking about? What are we doing? Oh my God, you're excited. What we excited about? Like, that moves me, that motivates me.
I think this is such a great next step for you, and you're such a people person. You've said that you can't wait to talk about the things that inspire and move us. So what are 2 things or people that inspire you?
People's passion, that's what inspires me. Seeing people passionate about what they do, which makes me interested. Like, what are you doing? I'm intrigued by that because you're into it. And then my son inspires me, like seeing him so focused and driven into his craft and discovering the world and things he loves and coming into his own. Like, I'm inspired and I'm very proud.
Speaking of your son David, he just turned 13, which is a huge milestone. I'm always curious to see how similar or different kids are to their parents. So what are 3 ways that you and your son are alike?
We love some shopping. He's very empathetic and compassionate. Well behaved, actually. When I was a kid, I'm like, Mama, I don't want no trouble. What you say do, what you say don't do. He's very much like that. He parents me at times. Like, he's very kind of wise for his age.
You're the youngest EGOT winner in history. You have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The list goes on. But I think what people love about talk show hosts is you get to know them on a deeper level, the day-to-day. So what are 4 everyday joys that you love?
I love being with my cats. Sometimes I'm out, I say, I wonder what my cat doing. I love bike riding. I love people, talking, just being amongst people. I love Target. Oh my God, me and my son and his friends, we are Target bandits. We go in there, you do not want to see your line at all, and you do not want to be behind us in line, because it's serious.
What's the strategy for Target? Is there an aisle that you make a beeline for?
When we go in, so I have 8 boys, my son and 7 of his cousins, that's Camp David. They're obsessed with Target, and so am I. So we go in, we set the alarm clock. Look, y'all could go, everybody get a cart, you go do what you need to do. I'm going to the clothes section, okay? Because each Target is different. You know, each market is different. They got something different, right? So I gotta go shop in that section. And then if we're apart too long, here they come checking on me. But you know, that's my me time, so I hide from them. And once the alarm goes off, you gotta meet where we started, it's time to go. That's the routine.
And finally, give me 5 reasons that people should tune in to your new talk show, The Jennifer Hudson Show.
1, it's my birthday. 2, it's the Jennifer Hudson Show. 3, you guys help me get here. You may want to come because I may have some cookies for you. I'll feed you. I want to have fun.
This is the first day of my show. I'm still getting used to saying that.
And I want to Jenniferize you, so add number 6. Once you get there, I want you to have a sense of who the real person is. And then I want to meet yours. I want to help you find your superpower, and I want you to know when you walk away, you can do whatever you put your mind to and be whoever you are 100%. And if ain't nobody else cheering you on, I am.
Let's go live life, baby.
Jennifer, thank you so much for being here. Everyone, be sure to check out her new daytime talk show, The Jennifer Hudson Show, when it premieres September 12th. All right, time's up. See you next Thursday.